Hello everybody, it's February 18th-ish? Yeah, the 18th. Yesterday was 17th. Takes me a minute to think. Should have looked at it before I started, but oh well, you guys will get that. Um, I'm out here in the greenhouse and kind of thought I'd do a bit of an update and tell you why I haven't got my tomatoes planted yet, and we'll show you what we had to do in the big greenhouse. Stick around and I'll get the camera turned around and I'll show you what we've got going on in here. We're on this side of the greenhouse and we got some really nice peppers looking. They're starting to get true leaves. I'm having problems with these pelletized seeds. They all cracked and then they kind of quit doing anything. I'm kind of disappointed, and I think that's part of my problem in my regular peppers, that they haven't come up very good either. But we've got pink baby's breath, and I've got a couple of things starting in there. The cilantro, I've got a couple extra leaves or plants in them still. I'm not sure what it is. I'm kind of letting it go. And the chives and rosemary, I knew I had old seed, but it looks like the rosemary's finally starting to come. I know some of that stuff just takes forever. That's why I left it on the thing as long. These are flowers that I just had started. Actually the third, longer than I thought. But they're starting to poke. Them are purple cone flowers and pumpkins on a stick. This seed was really old, but it's kind of like an eggplant, so I know it takes forever to come up. This is all peppers, which I just planted them the 13th, so they shouldn't be up. There's that one tray of cabbage. It's just been kind of looming. I think the ones that are up, I'm going to go ahead and just plant in the greenhouse here and get them going. The rest of it, I'm just going to dump the dirt out and restart over because I know that just wasn't very good. I got peppers, which some of that was older seed, and so some of it looks really nice, and some of it I kind of had a few, and part of it doesn't look like it did anything. This is all tomatoes. I didn't have enough seed to quite finish it, so I just left it, so that's why it's got the dry there. But they're looking okay. They come up okay. I didn't have quite as good a germ on that as I really hoped. This is stuff I planted yesterday. This one's lavender. This one is oregano, rosemary, and sage. That's my cactuses, which I'm not sure if they'll grow or not. I've never grown cactuses from seeds, so I thought I would try. And these are zinnias. Yes, this whole thing is zinnias, two different kinds. I got marigold, cardinal climber, and it's either a marigold or a zinnia. I guess I didn't write it down. I have to look that up. I got more peppers back there, bananas and Big Bertha bells. I got more peppers here, and I'm having mixed. I know some of it was old seed, but I don't know. It's still making me a little nervous they didn't come up any better than they did. And then I planted this all the other day, and that was all more tomatoes. Getting more stuff done. I'm bringing pots in to repot stuff, and I've got more trays laid out to plant more stuff because it's getting to be that time. Got all of our tomatoes that need to go in the greenhouse. And look at how nice this broccoli is looking. You can tell the different lights do different. And then this is all kohlrabi, 2 trays of kohlrabi. These are onions. I'm going to set these out in our field, probably in plastic. They're getting about to the point I need to cut them off and let them grow again. But they're looking pretty nice. More onions, going to do the same thing. These are just planted later. Onions. That would be eggplant, a whole tray of eggplant. I've got some red cabbage and the rest of the onions. These are bunching onions. We'll do the back first because it's easier. The back is basil, the front is dill. That's all tomatoes. They're looking really nice. This whole big tray here is peppers. There is quite a few. They're getting ready to need to be done something with. And then I've got broccoli and peppers. And them suckers are looking nice. I'm trying to decide if I should just stick them in the bigger pots. to transplant. And then I had a problem. I had one of the big round LED lights. I didn't think LED lights were supposed to be very warm. Well, it kind of cooked them. You can see the perfect circle where the light was. I had it too close. But this is all cabbage. We'll get some more planted. And then the front here is all eggplant. I thought it was. I almost had pepper, but... So I got quite a bit of stuff planted out here. It's looking really good. Oh, and move my block, and I'll just take you right back here. I won't edit. I'll just take you through my door and my wall. I gotta do some more hoeing. The weeds are starting to come in really good. I've been working on it, but slowly. My couple onions look really nice still. I have tulips coming up. There's 3 or 4 right there. And I have one of these coming up, which should be them crocuses. And this one I was digging in a little bit. Where was it? Oh, and they're coming up. That's the old stuff. I was checking to see if I needed to water it the other day. And I was rubbing my hand across it. And you can feel them. So, I got stuff coming up in here with no heat. Except for the sun. Oh, I knew there was another one in there. That was starting to come. So, they're starting to look really nice. With these nicer days coming, we're looking really good. And then I'm going to probably stack these 3 tables just on there for now. And we're going to plant everything along this wall. And we're just going to freaking stuff this part of the greenhouse with stuff. All of them kohlrabi and probably some broccoli and cabbages out here. And we're just going to fill this thing. And if I run out of room, I think I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to try to plant them in underneath here. I'm going to hoe out all the weeds real quick. And then I'm going to plant some in here and some in the other part where it's heated. Because I do have light underneath them. Even the ones in there. And then in the afternoon, these have really good light under them. I will roll up the piece of insulation and get some of that stuff moved around. But then I think I'm going to fill in underneath them. That way I still have my room here in the middle to do stuff if I need to. Because this is my workshop kind of right now. And see, I got another really nice onion. But then I can plant a whole bunch of stuff in here and use it for starting. Because here in another couple weeks probably that plastic's probably going to come down. And where I have the starting chambers and the grow chambers growing or done, I can turn the temp down and circulate the air a little bit better. It'll keep the whole greenhouse temp better, but I have the heater in that and the mats in there, so I don't have to worry about it too bad. That way. Oh, and I forgot my daughter's green beans. We planted them. She helped me, Nora. She helped me plant her green beans. I don't know how they're going to do in here. I've never grown green beans in something like this, so we're giving her a shot. We put them in this side. That way it was a little bit warmer. The other stuff will take a bit of a chill. We've got more lettuce, we need to have some lettuce and stuff we would like to start. We've got a bunch more flowers we would like to start. I need to get another planting of like kohlrabi, cabbage, broccoli. I need to get some more tomatoes and peppers started. And maybe some more herbs. I don't remember what. I had a list of stuff that I wanted to try to get started. Oh, eggplant. I didn't know if I said eggplant. I got to get another tray of eggplant. But I got to get some of this stuff out of these trays so I can reuse them, is my hope. That way I can have them in the small cells, because then I like starting them in these 288s, because then I can pull everything out and I'm not taking up as much room. I can get way more stuff on it. Then yes, I do have to transplant most of it eventually, but like the cilantro, it'll probably here in the next week or so get done. And as soon as I get the big greenhouse done, then all them tomatoes are going out, and then I have more room over there under the light. I got to do a little bit of rearranging over there And I think since the other ones aren't coming up, this is going under because this needs to get in the light. I am fertilizing the stuff that is up, but then the stuff that's not quite, I'm just using plain water yet. And let me get this shut off and I'll walk over the other greenhouse and I'll show you what we've been doing in there. Alright, here in the big greenhouse, we had to put a sensor in that big oil heater. It wasn't sensing that the oil was getting hot, so it wouldn't open the valve for the nozzle so it wouldn't light. So we had to replace the sensor in it. The propane heater's working fine. We put a brand new belt on the jet fan, but we're pretty sure we have a bearing going out because it's getting noisy, so that's an easy fix because they're easy bearings. But this is the problem. This thing wasn't reading the temperatures right. Let me open it up. Dad put a new motherboard in it. Actually, it's not new. We used the one from the other one because we have two of these computers, but it was only set up with one set of switches. So we switched the motherboard, used the old set of switches, and got it switched around, and that's why he has everything numbered down here. So this thing was kind of a pain in our butt. But it is old. The company, QCOM Corp, was really, really, really good to work with. They have no problem talking to us on the phone and just helping diagnose it. We are probably going to send our other motherboard in and have them replace it, or we are going to, or they can check it, but they think it was something temperature sensitive. So it depended on what temperature it was in the greenhouse, how the motherboard acted. So they're not 100% sure how they're going to go about trying to fix ours, but they do say they still have all kinds of parts so they can build us a new one, so we can have it for the other one or put the new one in, and that way we can keep this as our spare. Now that we know what we're doing and it's not as hard to take apart as we anticipated, it actually worked really good. Dad did all of that. He talked to the guy on the phone from California, and it worked really good. So now that that's working and everything, we should be a lot better off. I had to reprogram it because it was set up for the other switches. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Click in there. There it goes. And stuff. So I had to mess around with that. It was pretty easy. I need to get it wiped up now and get it cleaned, but it wasn't near as big of an issue as we thought it was going to be. And then we have new emitters to put in our hose. So that's my project after I get everything watered in the other one. We've got it pretty well cleaned. I just got to sanitize the floor. I've already done the buckets. We run vinegar water through it. Work on getting the irrigation set up, and we're going to put plastic up over the wet wall because it just helps maintain the temperature in here better at night when it gets cool. Less leaks. Then we got to wash all of our clips and strings since we've got them all done, and just clean it up and put the new emitters on, get the irrigation pumping for a day or two, and now that we've got the heaters working right, we should be good to go. Nothing major, it's just all this stuff that takes forever, it seems like. But as soon as we get all that done, we'll be planting in here pretty quick. But yeah, that's what I can think of. So we've been busy, we've got quite a bit done. We're hoping to this weekend plant tomatoes, and we'll have this thing chunked full. I do have enough peppers. I think I can plant all of the pepper buckets, and when we do that, we're probably going to wait a week or two and we'll plant the cucumbers. And I was trying to decide if I plant half or if we plant the whole row, and as of right now I have it in my head we're just going to plant the whole dang thing. We'll have lots of cucumbers right away. I know our markets are a little bit slower in the spring because we only have 2 of them in May as of right now. So I think we're just going to have a lot of them. I'd rather have a lot than a few. So that's what we've got going on. Just thought I'd kind of give you a quick update. You guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.